Keep your hands out of my face.
Why don't you keep your face out of my face?
As a threat.
What's exactly what's the issue?
Down here.
Whoa!
If you want to film,
Hey!
you need to walk down here.
You do not touch my stuff, guy!
Do not touch me.
You just assaulted me, you
I'm telling you, you can't come in here, sir.
Stop hollering at me.
I'm telling you.
Stop hollering at me. I'm exercising my constitutional right to record in public. I do, man. You can't say that on the camera, bro.
You don't have nothing.
Today, we're looking at 4 encounters where officers escalate legal activities into arrests. A whistleblower exposing corruption, a citizen filming a crash scene, a yard sale host refusing groundless searches, and a photographer asserting his rights. Watch as officers transform constitutional activities into criminal behavior. May 14th, 2025, in Bonners Ferry, Idaho, a whistleblower by the name of Misha was exposing the corruption that the seniors hospitality center where she worked at was involved in. In retaliation, the staff not only fired her, but also kicked her out of the building along with her belongings. As if that wasn't enough, however, they called the police, which resulted in a few local officers arriving on the scene. However, she must have said something that pissed them off, because the following events that transpired weren't ideal to say the least.
Tom, the very people who took this down. What are you doing?
I've heard this all before from you.
No, the thing is though, you know it's true.
Come on, we need the post office box key out of your car.
You so know it's true. Why do you think they hired me? They didn't think I was going to catch on to things, Tom. They did not think I was going to catch on to it. Therefore, they thought I would go down and take blame for it. Why?
This isn't right.
Everything I'm giving you was falsified. Call my, get the rest of my documents and my
That's
photos.
something.
No, it's just going to turn into a.
You cannot go back inside.
Just hang out right here.
Why are you letting these people get away with this?
We're here for a civil standby requested by the
You
senior
can
center.
give them a background check, and they know damn well. You know damn well I do not have embezzlement charges on me. I don't have any of that on me.
I don't know what the purpose of the board letting you go is. We were asked
Because
to come
I
in.
uncooked their books and caught what they were doing. Oh my gosh, Tom, you are making such a huge mistake. This is like near funny at this point. Like the biggest mistake ever, you guys. But you don't care because it covers Stoli. It covers the problem. Yeah. It keeps Rick Alonzo happy. It's funny how this whole hypocrisy, you can't help me when I call the cops because it's a conflict of interest. But you can help them against you.
I went with Kim on Thursday and did a civil standby.
You can't help me when I'm, like, seriously? Gerald Higgs, a registered slander, who was given the online slander that Glenda posted propagated to overthrow a federal investigation on Rick Alonzo, when in 2017 I reported to the feds what he did to me that led to me being human trafficked? Why do you think the online slander's there? The, oh, she's a gold digging extortionist has to do with the fact that Mikey Davis was a coward and served me with a prenup 72 hours before the wedding. I cannot believe you, Linda.
I'm gonna go get my pickup.
No, Linda, you are an absolute lizard. You know that? You have a very special hot place in hell, Linda.
Yes, ma'am.
Before going forward, it's important to note that the officer in this case is someone who was involved in a recent abuse incident. Essentially, a Bonners Ferry couple, Richard and Catherine Cowell, were arrested for allegedly abusing minors. Both were held on $1 million bond. What's more, the one who eventually turned them in was none other than Mr. Cowell's brother, Police Chief Willie Cowell. Knowing this, we're about to find out why exactly the chief got so ticked off by the lady's next comment. Regardless of that though, words and feelings should not have been a deciding factor in what he did during all of this.
Well, can I show them where the rest of the stuff is? They don't know where everything is at.
Step back outside like that.
You don't know where everything is at. I mean, you have to have the Herald. You better make sure you're careful what you print, Emily, because it will backfire on you hard.
All right. Step over that way.
You guys protect registered offenders?
Step over that way. We're closing the store. Step over that way. Now.
I don't listen very well, don't you know that? Maybe because I'm an MK Ultra victim thanks to Rick Alonzo. I don't listen. You have to use my trigger words.
Keep your hands out of my face.
Why don't you keep your face out of my face?
As a threat.
You know what I perceive as a threat?
No.
Of course you don't. Because you don't have compassion or kindness and you don't have the Holy Spirit. Therefore, you're mentally checked out. You lack truth without the power of the Holy Spirit. You're a lizard. You're a demon spawn. Stand back in the name of Jesus. The Lord rebuke you. You literally let the very people in that this place over.
I didn't let anybody in. Like I've already told
Art?
you, we were asked to come here as a,
Linda's
for a
one
civil
of them,
standby.
And you totally let them back. The very people who screwed this place over. I wasn't throwing that at you, hon. I was trying to throw it back inside. No,
I
listen.
didn't ask them in. I didn't know they were coming.
Yeah, no, Linda did all this because she's been the whole time. I've been warning you.
I called for the cops, okay?
Why is she covering for Ben Aswell after what he did that? You saw the report Schumann did. I took the Schumann's off.
But little evidence I have seen points that you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. And the fact that you let him right back in. Of course, maybe I'm wrong because you knew where all the money was hiding. You're a liar. Especially when they sit there and they pay themselves payroll over and over and over and over and over again. That's not very ethical. I'm pretty sure you have to be pretty accurate on your time card. We have to have EL internet. Really, that's your first act of business? Is to secure more business for yourself? You didn't even care about the seniors.
As this went on, the staff inside continued to remove her belongings with the cops assisting them. The bigger concern here, however, was the seeming threat the chief was giving to Miss Misha. Despite stating that she should keep her hands out of his face, he only walked closer to her, which would instigate an act of intimidation. In any case, a few minutes later, the officers decided to unlawfully kick her out of the premises and force her to leave, just for stating fighting words and getting on their nerves.
Don't worry. Rick Alonzo finally gets his way. I'm out of town. Perv. Why don't you go do a records research and see all of the falsified affidavits he made me sign? One in particular would be against Russ Alt. Weird. If I didn't know better, Russ Alt dated a Heather Alonzo, who happens to be the father of Dylan, Rick Alonzo's grandson.
What of this are you putting in your car right now?
Why don't you ask Rick Alonzo why he made me
time to
file
leave.
all those falsified
It
affidavits?
is time to leave.
Oh, you don't like Russ
You
Alt?
can come back and you can park
Oh, I
the
thought you
truck.
said I couldn't come back.
You can
You
come
don't
back
contradict yourself. I
to
don't like
get
hypocrisy.
this. Okay. Leave. It is time to go. You are now trespassing.
Am I?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Did I hit
You
a
are
nerve?
trespassing on VFW property.
Did I hit a nerve?
You having this chief trying to trespass her, but yeah, you still having these people bringing her stuff out. So obviously she hit a nerve somewhere.
Walk away right now. I'm placing you under arrest for trespassing.
Yeah, well, they're going to figure the rest of my stuff out. They're going to get the rest
That's why I
of my
said
stuff.
wrap
You
what
murdered
can.
him, didn't you?
All right.
You did murder him, didn't you? You
Put
should.
your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
You can't arrest me for
Yes.
asking that.
I can't.
No, you can't.
are under arrest.
Okay, well, at least.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, is that what you
You
guys
are
were
put
Put your
waiting
hands
for?
behind your back. No.
Okay.
You've been asked
Like-
to leave. Put your hands
And I
behind
was
your back.
going.
No, you're not.
No.
You're
I'm
standing
going
here.
to get this. He said get the rest of your stuff and go. Do you have to use that much on a girl? Seriously? You said go, so I went to go get my stuff to go, and then you're going to go and do that? Hey,
No,
do you
you
like
didn't.
this,
No,
Linda?
please
Linda,
stop.
is this
Please
what you
stop.
wanted? Why don't you let go of me?
Here, let me have that. Let me have
Let
your phone,
go.
please.
I hit a nerve.
You are
Let me
You're
have
a
your
murderer.
phone.
Are you the murderer?
You are going to the ground.
You are the murderer, aren't you? He's the murderer. Oh my gosh, I hit a nerve, Linda. I asked him if he's the one that murdered Drake, and wow, look at what happened. You don't like rumors, do you? Linda?
All right, over to the car.
Hey, Linda.
Over to the car. No,
Hey, Snake.
stop. Over to the car.
I would be really careful and stop.
Over to the car. Stop trying to fight it. Walk to the car.
I can't walk when he's
Walk to
stepping
the
on
car.
my feet, you
He's not
dumbass.
stepping on you.
He actually has. Look at my feet.
We placed her.
Evidently enough, she did in fact strike a nerve. Before, she implied he was the murderer in a different case. The chief showed no intention to kick her out, nor gave any order for her to leave. The second, he got offended, however. He not only went back on his statement of her being able to come back later, but also claimed she was trespassing and began arresting her. Regardless of how her words may have stung, anything she said was protected under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. This meant the officer had no right to arrest her, thus violating her fourth constitutional rights now too.
Arrest. Okay.
Is that our van?
That is the art man.
Took the plate. We found some license plates in her office. They don't go to her car. I just want to see if they go to that or not.
Those plates should be. We shouldn't have any plates at all.
Well, I'll show you what we found.
Okay.
And is it this? Okay.
There it is. I'm gonna put it in the back of my car on my side, and I'll go take it straight to the assistant chief.
Yep.
Okay.
They refused it at the jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie told me to activate my camera and hand you this thing. I didn't look in it. He said there's a gun in it. He didn't want to take it to intake. He told me to give it to you, is what I thought you were under the impression you were receiving this item.
I had no idea what was in there.
The way he told me, it indicated to me that you knew that.
No.
But
I needed the keys.
I'm guessing they're in here.
All right.
So if you want me to inventory this?
Yes.
Okay.
We can find the key right quick, and I got you over here too. So.
Okay.
We can find the key so we can lock the door, and then we'll just secure that inside here.
Be a good learning experience for Robbie. So, anytime we're like, we have a reason to get in this her property, we don't have a reason to search it, but we need a key fob, and so now we have to inventory this. So,
They can dress it up all they like, but in the end, all it meant was that they were searching through a woman's belongings without her permission, along with confiscating them, something that once again infringes upon the victim's constitutional rights.
Wait, run that gun at all?
If you feel like you need to.
I'll run it real quick.
You can have Robbie run it.
You want to run this?
Is she on?
You can tell.
Explain how.
Yeah, you just go Sheriff 67. Let him acknowledge you first.
Yeah.
And then be like, firearm run. And then just tell him it's a Smith & Wesson, or I mean 6 hour 320. And then it's
6 hour 320.
Yeah, and then serial number. Just say 6 hour 320. And it's 5-8 boy 2. So, any questions? Or do you want to see me do it first? I don't want me to feel like I'm setting you up for failure and just having you run a gun. It's super easy, but
Okay. Setting him up to be a tyrant. That's what I see.
Do it if you want first.
Sheriff 67. Firearm run.
Yeah.
6 hour 320. 5-8 boy 2436.
Yep. 6 hour 320 serial number. I don't know.
No.
You'll have to contact the jail
All right.
or the sheriff's department.
All right. And her personal belongings, how is that handled?
It's going to be stowed in her car and locked once we leave here. And we're taking the keys and her wallet and her passport down to her so she can get out of jail. The reason we're doing this, she can't have a firearm
I understand.
in there. So that's why we're doing that. We do our due diligence. We have a certain process we have to do or whatever. Good job.
So it's not registered.
No, it has no record. So
Record, that's what you're running.
means it's not stolen. We're just basically seeing if there's any wants for it, if it's stolen at all. That's all.
Unfortunately, video ends right there. The one in this next case has a similar ego that doesn't take any form of disrespect towards him. On May 20th, 2025, in Portland, Oregon, there appeared to be a car crash on a highway, which became apparent due to multiple cop cars and ambulances flying by. When one auditor saw someone being placed in handcuffs, though, he immediately went over to see what was going on. However, what happened while he was merely recording everything that went down was pure injustice.
What happened?
What happened?
Yes.
Yeah, there was an accident. This car's getting towed.
Inventory search or?
Yeah.
You got one person in custody.
Huh?
You got one person in custody. Can you tell me about that?
What's that? I'm not gonna comment.
You have one person in custody. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we have one person in custody.
For what?
That's something you can ask them or you can look it up.
What's the police number? CAD number?
Yeah.
Can you write it down for me on your business card if you got one?
You're recording it. I can give it to you over there.
I don't know, but can you just verbalize it loudly so make sure
Yeah,
it's...
I'll come over. Give me a minute. Cool. Don't let him take it off me again. It is 25-131351. So if you want more information, you can request from the city, call our records department.
Sure.
We'll be happy to give you a report and any non-redacted information.
Sounds good, thank you.
There's a crash and there's some dates. I can't give you that info. The same thing as that. If you want the case number to call records and get all that info, you can have it. You see what?
The right-hand side, part of it's damaged, and this part inside. It could be voluntary or involuntary.
He didn't park here.
He didn't park here?
No.
The car just automatically stopped.
We've got the crash investigation handled, man. Thank you. Don't worry about it.
Right, ladies, thank you.
Have a good night. Good night,
The crazy part starts now, though, because even though the cop from before had no issue with bystanders, for some reason another cop that arrived 5 minutes later immediately started demanding ID from the spectators and threatening to charge those who interfered.
What's going on, officer? Why? Buddy, what's going on? Why are you checking his ID? Buddy, what's going on?
Can I help you?
Yeah, why are you checking his ID?
You're interfering with a pedestrian stop right now.
What's
If you wanna
exactly
film,
what's
you
the
need to
issue?
walk down here.
Whoa!
If you want to film,
Hey!
you need to walk down here.
You do not touch my stuff, guy!
Do not touch me.
You just assaulted me, you piece of crap! I don't think so!
You're not going to touch
No.
the police officer.
No, you better not! You better get your sergeant! You better get your sergeant! I will defend myself! I will defend myself! I've done nothing wrong! No! I've done nothing wrong!
Stop.
No!
Stop it.
I've done nothing wrong!
Stop.
Look what you're doing! You better get your sergeant here!
Stop.
You better get your sergeant here! I've done nothing wrong!
Put your hand behind your back.
For what?
You're under arrest for pushing.
You assaulted me. You grabbed my camera. You assaulted me. You assaulted me. And I defended myself. No. Get your sergeant here, guy.
Put your hand
No.
behind your back.
Get your sergeant.
I'm going to use force against you.
You already
if you do
have.
not comply.
You already have.
Stop.
I've done nothing wrong.
Stop.
I've done
Put
nothing
your
wrong.
hand behind your back.
I've done nothing wrong. You cannot even articulate a crime. What am I being arrested for?
Stop it.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Articulate the crime for which I'm being arrested for.
Interfering with a police officer.
How? How? How am I interfering?
Because you're interfering with a pedestrian stop. I told you that you needed to walk away if you
Told me
wanted
what?
to film.
Exactly, I was on the sidewalk.
You
Freely
cannot try
exercising
to
my
divert
right.
my attention from a pedestrian stop.
That's not correct.
Sit up.
Where's your sergeant? I do not consent to searches or seizures. I do not consent to searches or seizures. Yeah. Your stop is walking away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before we had to deal with someone unruly. For no rhyme or reason, this thug smacked the auditor's camera and escalated the whole situation without needing to, immediately violating his department's de-escalation policy. To make matters worse, he continued to run him down and eventually handcuff the victim, throw him on the ground, and then falsely arrest the civilian even though he complied with the cop's orders. Regardless, now finding a new toy to play with, the officer let the previous civilian go, as he now had someone different to bully.
Get your supervisor on duty right now.
What can I do for you?
Get a supervisor.
I am a supervisor.
Well, then explain to me why am I being assaulted for exercising my constitutional rights?
You're not being assaulted, you're being arrested.
For what? Articulate the crime.
I wasn't here for it, man.
Well, then that's why I called you. Ask your subordinate officer what am I being arrested for.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably interfering.
Oh,
but
you're
I
guessing.
don't know.
Oh, you're guessing. Okay. Probably. Yes, probably. You better. Did you stop my recording? Did you stop my recording?
You were recording you, man.
Okay. I'm injured. My hands are probably scraped because I can feel the heat.
Okay.
And I need emergency response. I need emergency response. Yes, I want ambulance. You slammed me right on the pavement. Yes, you twisted my arms, you slammed me on the pavement, and you could not even articulate a crime. No, you did not give me a warning. You have already assaulted me, and you grabbed me, and you advanced on me. Do not stop my recording. That's my right. You already.
With the injuries sustained, the officer was liable for violating his department's use of force policy via unnecessarily harming the civilian through arresting him, unlawfully at that. With his rights violated and day wasted, the civilian was transported to the hospital, where the police eventually let him go after multiple hours, stranded with no way back.
You have it. Yeah.
Have a good night, sir.
Yeah, get lost, criminals. I'll see you in court. Thank you, guys. Yeah, criminal. I'll see you in a little bit. You better hope. You better hope your new district attorney or prosecuting attorney decides to bring charges. You better hope. I want to meet him. Yeah. Every single one of you be called as a witness. Cowards. Couldn't follow through, could you? Let's check to see if all of my belongings. Let's see if all of my belongings are here. I got the citation, driver's license. Most important. Okay, I got my passport. My equipment is all messed up. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Put it on the light. That's a cut. That's a cut. Look. That's a cut. Cut by tight metal. Handcuffs, huh? Look. Look at that. These are my injuries. And they say they weren't tight. Let's try this one again. That's a cut.
Meanwhile, the officer violated yet another law, this time pertaining to the fact that law enforcement officials are meant to ensure the health and safety of those in their custody, with the cops leaving with their tails between their legs and ready to harass someone else. The case came to a close with the victim, at the very least, not in jail. As of the date of this recording, though, there's been no mention of any lawsuit or action taken by the auditor. What is known, though, is pride and prejudice being practically mandatory traits for all members of the force, as will be seen in this next case, where on May 22, 2025, in Warren County, Kentucky, a man was just trying to have a yard sale when a sheriff walked over and claimed that all the things present were shoplifted and weren't his, merely because of the sheer number of items that were there. When the man refused to identify himself, however, the officer tried to detain him. Consequently, the civilian turned on his camera to record the following interaction.
So what's your name and badge number?
My name is Sergeant Hines with Warren County Sheriff's Office, 415.
Thank you. I'm now recording this interaction because this was a consensual conversation where you walked upon me and decided that because I won't give you my ID, that you're going to say that the result of couponing is now shoplifting. I've asked you to leave. I said I do not want to continue this consensual conversation. You refused. Said I don't get to dictate when you leave. And that's fine.
You didn't actually ask me.
Yes, I did. I asked to end this conversation. I am asking you to leave. I wanted to end this conversation. Okay, well, I've given you the information I have. Unless you can speak to the items out there in the grass, I don't know what else you can do to investigate. I've explained that my girlfriend coupons to you. I've explained that this is the result of that. I don't know what else that you want. She shops all over. No answer I give you is gonna make you think, oh, what I thought when I walked up is not the case, because you predetermined the notion of what you were going to come upon when you saw this yard sale.
Determine anything. That's why we investigate.
But you have no reasonable articulable suspicion that shoplifting occurred ever.
I've already provided that reasonable, articulable.
Which is what?
Multiples and.
So it's illegal to own multiples of items and then sell those items. So the people who are at the flea market who have multiples of items and are selling items should all be put under suspicion for committing shoplifting.
I just came here to have a simple conversation.
And I told you my name's Tony.
Your
I told
obstruction of that is.
There's no obstruction. Obstruction is a physical act. I'm not obstructing you. I do not have to help in your investigation. That is not my job. That is your job. You're required to do your investigation. I'm not required.
For any and all investigations, officers are required to have some sort of reasonable suspicion or probable cause to detain someone. However, that probable cause must be more grounded than a mere hunch and must be some sort of logical deduction. The fact that he thought many items equal theft was not only illogical, but laughable. Moreover, when faced with the slightest bit of backtalk, this no-good sheriff claimed the man was obstructing his investigation, when none of what he did even comes close to the actual definition. All in all, from this brief conversation alone, one can tell that the civilian was in for a rough ride.
You have a supervisor coming?
I've already advised you. I am the supervisor.
Okay, I wanted your supervisor. Isn't that your policy to try to contact your supervisor?
No.
Okay. Do you have a card?
I believe I have one.
Can I have one? Yeah, please. So that when I file a complaint with your department, I know exactly who I'm filing it on. This is harassment. I've asked you to leave. I would like for you to leave. You have no reason to be here. I've explained to you how we have come upon these items.
I was asked to be here, so I do have a reason to be here.
Okay, you can investigate somewhere else.
No.
There's nothing else for you to investigate here.
This is where it's occurring.
Okay, I understand that, but I've asked you to leave. You have no right to be here. I don't want to give you a hard time, but you're coming up here on baseless accusations.
Started with giving me a hard time. That's where we started.
I didn't. I just told you I wasn't going to give you my ID because I don't have to. Is that not true? Are we a stop and ID state? And now you're impeding me from being able to sell the items because people aren't going to stop when there's a sheriff standing on the porch.
Why would they not stop?
Because it looks like there's something intimidating or scary going on here. There's a man with a gun on my porch, standing over top of me.
Because I go to stores and people don't leave the store.
No, but people aren't going to be deterred from a store. They're going to think that I'm some type of criminal when there's no criminal act going on here.
Well, I don't.
He claims that he was asked to be there, but that still doesn't mean anything. While third-party complaints can serve as probable cause for an investigation, they have to make sense and sound reasonable. Once again, having a yard sale and complaining that too many items point to theft is illogical, thus nullifying any probable cause. It doesn't even matter because he's not even really investigating, just standing there looking all smug and mumbling to himself like a decrepit geezer, all the while harming the civilian's business by scaring off potential customers. Regardless, even when told the same facts over and over, this sheriff's ego was too big for him to retreat and leave the scene.
You have no reasonable articulable suspicion. Having multiples of an item is not a crime. Selling multiples of an item is not a crime. You have nothing to suggest that any of this was stolen. Do you have me on video walking out of a store with all of these items without paying?
Potentially.
You don't. I can guarantee you 1,000% you don't.
Okay. What about your girlfriend?
I can guarantee 1,000% that she is not on camera stealing anything ever in her life. And the fact that you continue to sit here and act like this is ridiculous. You're trying to be quiet now that I have you on camera, but I want you to understand that I would like for you to leave. You have no reason to... to be here. I've asked you to end this consensual conversation and you refuse on no basis. I'm gonna FOIA request that. Name and badge number, sir?
Alex Bigford, 486.
Thank you. Do you have a card?
Yep.
I'm just watching.
I've asked you to leave several times. Now you're walking through my yard taking pictures of my items. You can do that from somewhere other than this property. This makes no sense. You walked up on this property. This was a consensual conversation. You're trying to say selling multiples of items is somehow shoplifting. It is not.
With now multiple officers on his private property and no consent or exigent circumstances to be there, these brutes were violating the man's 4th constitutional rights just to get a kick out of it. Sadly, they didn't care in the slightest as they continue to infringe upon his rights, space, and property right in front of him.
So are you going to come back and apologize when you find out you're wrong? Are you? Will you come back and apologize if you find out with what you're doing right now is completely wrong? I understand that. I asked for his supervisor. I know, I want his supervisor because what he's doing is completely baseless. He has no right to just walk up and assume that all this is shoplifted.
I don't know anything about that.
Did somebody credible call you all and say, hey, I know for a fact all this stuff is shoplifted?
I don't know. I just got here.
Because suspicion that it's shoplifted doesn't give you a right to come up on me and demand my ID and say that there's possibly a crime here. I told him I wouldn't give him my ID because there's no crime committed and we're not a stop and ID state. And so he decides to push the issue further. Am I incorrect about that? Do I have to ID to you if I have not committed a crime? We are not a stop and ID state, are we?
Well, if there's reasonable suspicion.
No, if I'm detained and I give you a false name, it's a crime. If I am lawfully arrested, I have to give you my ID. I do not have to give you my ID just because you ask for it. We're not a stop and ID state. It's not a requirement. I'm going to FOIA request that. I want an incident report number. Can I have your card and can I have your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Williams, badge is 171.
And your name, ma'am?
Officer Bryant.
And badge number?
155.
Okay, and do you have cards?
Yep.
Can I have one, please?
Sure.
I'd like to know who I'm complaining on whenever I go to the police department. All right, that's great. Thank you. I don't have an issue with y'all doing your job, but now I think it's going a little too...
As the civilian just said, unless he was arrested or driving a motor vehicle, there was no requirement for him to show his ID to the cop. Yet, without hesitation, the initial officer demanded as such, despite claiming that he was only detaining the victim. This meant that before the camera even turned on, the sheriff was violating the man's rights.
Far. There's 4 officers with a man sitting down in a chair.
So she's on return to duty, so we're considered one because I'm training her.
Okay, I understand that, but there are 4 people with weapons standing in front of me, correct? For what?
We're investigating a
Okay,
crime. We
okay.
were requested to assist with an officer that was
Okay,
conducting
but my
an
question
investigation.
is, what reasonable articulable suspicion do you have that these items were stolen?
I don't know. It's not my case. I was requested to assist another agency, so that's what we're here doing.
So nobody can give me any answers on why you reasonably believe these items are stolen.
Like I said, this is the first time I've met you. I don't know all the details.
I explained to him that my girlfriend coupons, and that we come by these lawfully.
Okay.
She does this for a living, for the purpose of selling these. We have these sales years and years and years in a row, and not once has anybody ever come up to us and suspected us. We've had cops stop and shop here. We've had no issues. I just don't understand how somehow this is now a crime.
I don't know. I was just asking simple questions and you immediately...
No, but I don't want to give you my ID because there's no crime. There's no crime being committed.
We call that a clue.
You call it what you want. It's me exercising my rights. I don't have to ID. We're not...
I was just asking simple questions, but you refused to answer my question.
I told you that she coupons. That wasn't sufficient for you because you believe that the stuff is stolen. So there's no way for me to convince you that it's not.
Not the way you've been speaking to me now.
Well,
if she coupons, she should have. Most couponers keep pretty good records. I mean, does she have receipts for all
I'm
this?
sure she has tons of receipts, either in her purse or in the house.
I say, because you said there's no way to prove it.
She does Ibotta. She does Ibotta. She does the other little thing that gives you stuff for your receipts. Yes.
So it would be a very simple request for me to walk up and ask to see the receipts. Would you be willing to do that?
You could ask that.
Would you be willing?
But unless you can prove that there was a crime committed, there would be no reason for me to have to. Now, she may voluntarily do it when she gets back.
No answers, no explanation, and even after being told everything, these cops apparently don't have the authority to just stop, or at least question the initial officer as to why he was there to begin with. Furthermore, the officers still didn't have probable cause for their investigation, meaning that the victim wasn't lawfully required to aid them in their work and show his receipts.
She's on her way there.
I don't know where she's at. But I don't have to give you my ID just because you asked for it. That's not how the law works. If maybe you had asked, what was going on, and then when I told you, you stopped and waited in your car, and you come back over here and you waited to speak to her when she arrived, then maybe this wouldn't have escalated to where it's at. But she's not.
How would I know that from across the street?
When the car pulls in the driveway, you would see.
Well, how would I know who's selling it? I don't know. That's why we investigate.
You don't know, and you don't know that there's a crime. I really would like for you all to leave.
That's what investigation is for. I've not accused you of anything. I'm just.
Yes, you have. You said the items are potentially stolen with no basis. None whatsoever.
I don't know. That's why we investigate.
Do you have a video of anybody stealing from any store with any of these items that looks like me?
I don't know yet.
This is unreasonable.
I think it's completely reasonable.
I'm unreasonable. So I'm just gonna assume I'm detained. Am I detained?
You are.
I'm detained for what reason?
For investigation.
No. Reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
Suspicion of shoplifting.
Okay, and what evidence do you have to suspect me of shoplifting?
Your yard.
My yard. I have stuff in my yard for a yard sale, guys. You know yard sales are illegal now? That is absolutely insane. It's things like this that make bad relations between people and police officers. You were not. You just immediately accused us of stealing.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
I asked you simple questions.
I gave you answers. You weren't happy with those answers.
Answer all my questions.
At this point, they're just throwing around the word investigation so they could hang around some dude's house. One can't even comment on them prolonging the investigation because it was never valid to begin with. Fast forward a few minutes ahead due to how slow the cops are on the uptake. Even the victim started asking why they've been staying here so long. While he did so, his girlfriend finally came back home, meaning they could end this whole debacle. Something the sheriffs should have done from the beginning.
So how long are you legally allowed to keep me detained? Because it's not infinite.
You're right. But it's long enough to conduct the investigation.
Okay, well, you're not investigating anything. You've taken your pictures, you've investigated. How have you come to a conclusion by taking the pictures you took?
You told me the best person to talk to would be your girlfriend.
Correct. And I also said that you could go back across the street to your vehicle and we could end this unlawful detainment and you can end this consensual conversation, which is what it was from the start, and you could wait for her. Now she's pulling up and you can speak to her, and then after you speak to her and she gives you the same answer that I gave you,
sure.
Is that going to satisfy you?
Maybe. We'll see what she says. I don't like to make a snappy decision.
Because I wouldn't ID myself to that man. I've been detained for, it looks like 21 minutes now from the amount of time that has elapsed on my camera. 22 minutes. And I didn't videotape the first part of the interaction. Look, you see that? Sir, please look at what she's showing that officer. That is a stack of coupons that she literally has in the front part of her car. Because she is a couponer.
They're just mad because they don't know how to do it. Sick kids come up to
We literally help people in this neighborhood. She uses the couponing to give away free things so that the neighborhood is not without. Everything is on a cheaper price than what you can get it from the store so that she can help the neighborhood. It's literally the most innocent thing in the world, and y'all are trying to turn it into a crime. I can't believe that. There's no crime committed, so I don't have to ID. It's not a stop and ID state. It's not tyrannical. We're not. It's not easier for my rights to be violated. That's not how I feel. I knew you were going to feel different, and that's understandable. You can think how you think. Nothing that I did.
While the woman may be right in the sense that cooperating would be easier, there's nothing that says civilians are required to. Out of fear of being arrested and charged, people often cooperate with police, which has accustomed cops to believe that they can do as they please around them. When someone does stand up for themselves, however, uneducated officers like these take it as resisting and infringe upon their rights. In any case, even the woman had to start explaining her entire motivation behind this and the basis of her operations, just so they could leave her be.
It is illegal. That literally this is your life's work, that this is what you do, but the answer wasn't sufficient.
Like I told him, I have to sell this shit so I can afford to give away. I give away school supplies at the start of the year. I collect hats, warm underlayers, blankets, and tents for the homeless. I put out a free table and I share all the food that's about to expire or barely expired with the neighborhood. Everybody knows that.
It's literally the most innocent
thing. But in order
thing.
for me to put that many hours, and it's like 5 days a week out of 7 after work, I'll be out here, getting these deals every single day. Otherwise, I can't afford to get all the free stuff. It's really all about a labor of love, but time is money, and I spend a lot of time getting this stuff. I just restarted my winter stockpile because I gave it all away. Hundreds of hats, warm socks. I go down to the Wellness Connection. We have the Feeding the Homeless group where I give stuff away.
Do you have any questions for us?
Not besides, I would like to know that little lady's name that recorded me so she can be banned from my cell.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just don't release that type of stuff because we don't want that kind of drama or people angry with each other or anything like that. And when you refuse to identify, the courts have held that is legal to.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay, that's all we got. I appreciate you.
Is there an incident?
In the end, they finally left after a whopping 20 minutes. Our last case of the day has to be the most apparent disregard for civilian rights and the Constitution for the average person. On May 29th, 2025, in Vicksburg, Mississippi, an auditor was attempting to record a couple of public buildings, a protected constitutional activity. When he tried to get into the first one, however, he was immediately stopped at the entrance and didn't even have a chance to convince the man to let him in, with his words falling on deaf ears.
A lot of them you can meet in jail, inside the jail.
Well, I want to meet people with uniforms.
You can't come in. You can't come in with that, sir.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Telling me.
Huh?
Can't come in here.
Yeah, I can come in here. I don't see. I know. Say I can't record. Look.
No, not with no camera. You saying?
Ain't nothing telling me I can't record.
I'm telling you, you can't come.
Is this a public building?
You can't come inside.
Is this a public building?
Yeah. It's a jail.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you can't come in here, sir.
Stop hollering at me.
I'm telling you.
Stop hollering at me.
You need to get away.
Stop hollering at me, bro.
Go to jail, sir.
How am I going to jail?
Just don't come in with the camera.
Listen, it's a public building. Can I get your supervisor? Can I get your supervisor? Can I get your supervisor?
Just stay right there.
I'm staying right here.
Close the door.
I can stand right here. I'm not in there.
Stay right there.
You deprived me of my civil liberties. This is a public building, sir. I'm trying to tell you before you mess up.
No, I'm telling you.
You ain't telling me right.
Sir, just stay right
Can I get your supervisor? I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna do this. What I'm doing. He tell me I can't come in here.
You can't.
Yes, I can. This is a public building, right?
What you need?
I need public information.
Ain't nobody here to get you. See, that's about right.
Well, the building open right now, though, so it's open to the public, right? Am I right or wrong?
It's open.
So can I come in if it's open to the public? I'm asking. I'm asking you.
Well, you heard what the deputy said.
Well, he said he telling me something wrong, though, man. You don't know.
As always, buildings tend to have policies that directly contradict what the Constitution has stated. Despite civilians being given free rein to record in public spaces, including buildings such as this, the staff tried to stop him from even entering the building to begin with, and forced him to stay outside.
You just can't.
may have child victims or
I understand this. Can I ask you? Can I say something
You
for a
just can't
second?
record. I'd be glad to talk to you out here.
I'm gonna stand right here.
Okay.
Listen, what I told him is, this is a public building, right? All I need is just straight up answer, yes or no. That's all I need.
It's public with limited access.
I know, but I'm only going I ain't going in no restricted areas.
How can we help you?
I really want to get public records. I want to file a FOIA in this building.
Okay, well, if you want public records...
I want to do it here, sir.
Okay, well, this is not records.
I can get records from this public entity, sir. You think I'm here for no reason?
Go to the right office.
Yes, that's why I'm coming in here, but I know, this is what I'm saying, you can't stop me from coming in because of this camera.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Do you know that? You know this is my constitutional right to record government officials as I do my business with the government?
Yes, sir. Right now.
So
right now you can't come
if I don't come in, will I be arrested?
If you come in with that, you're going to be charged with trespassing because we have victims in.
I ain't trespassing though. Trespassing is a secondary crime in a public building. You understand what I'm saying?
So,
just tell me if I come in there, I'll be arrested. And
why would you want to do that?
Because I need standing in court because y'all stopping my civil liberty, sir. I'm supposed to be able to come in here. Listen, I'm a journalist gathering content for a story, sir. You can't stop my free press of. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stop the First Amendment. Free press. Listen to me. I'm trying to help you before you make a mistake. I am free press. I'm monitoring government in the course of their duties. I don't mean to holler, but you really are violating my rights right now.
It's time for you to listen.
Okay.
It's time for you to
let me back this up. I'm sorry. They don't know nothing. These folks don't know nothing. Them folks don't know shit in Big Bird. These folks don't know the law. Y'all don't know the law? What the hell wrong with y'all?
After the guard practically barred him from the office and refused to open the door, the auditor eventually left in defeat. Sometime later, he decided to go to another public building and record in it. This time, he was able to at the very least get into the main lobby. A few short seconds later, however, he was confronted by yet another staff member.
How you doing, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. I'm shooting a video for my partner now. Shooting a video for my partner now.
Okay, you can't. This is a public building.
I know that.
You can't record people without their consent.
No, we in public.
No, you can't.
Listen, ma'am. There's no expectation. There's no expectation of privacy in public, ma'am. Do you know that? These people don't know nothing around here. These folks crazy. Whole Big Bird tore up. Everybody in Big Bird don't know nothing. Dang. I come to Big Bird try to shoot. Who? Which one of y'all was it? You want to You gonna arrest me? I'm asking.
I need you to go outside.
You scared me
too?
Be trespass. If I don't leave, you gonna arrest me?
Get your phone out my face.
Shit, you scared me. You scared shit out of me. You scared.
You use the profanity.
Oh, Lord, you scared. Look at you all over me, man. Look at you.
You got identification
Look at this. Are you an officer?
Yeah. Do you have any kind of identification on you?
Have I broken the law?
I asked you for identification.
I said, have I broken the law?
I asked you for identification.
Can I get your supervisor?
I am a supervisor.
I want your supervisor right now.
I am a supervisor.
I need your supervisor right now.
I am a supervisor.
Listen, I don't want you to violate U.S. Code 18. This is public property.
But you have made these people uncomfortable. I asked you to leave, and you didn't leave. So
listen, I'm exercising rights, sir.
Man, you better go away from here.
Can you make sure he deletes that video? He has minors
He can't make me delete my video. It's my. You know it's my right to record.
You need to leave.
If I don't leave, you gonna arrest me.
I'm giving you a direct order.
Under duress, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm gone. You did. You know you just violated my rights, right?
That's fine.
You don't care, do you? They told me y'all didn't care out here. They told me y'all were dumb as hell. For real. They told me that.
This tyrant made the auditor scamper off the property. However, what should have been the end was only the beginning, because even after the journalist left the property, the guard actually chased after him in his vehicle and detained him for no reason.
Hey, can I get your supervisor? Can I get your supervisor right now? Have I broken the law?
Put your hands
Have I committed the crime?
You have any identification on you?
No, sir. I don't.
What's your name?
Have I broke the law?
What's your name?
Have I broke the law, sir?
What's your name?
Have I broke the law? Hold on. Oh, look at you. This is against the law to do that. You know that?
Direct order.
I'm gonna give you.
Do you have any form of identification?
No, sir, I don't. I haven't broke the law, sir. You know that?
You in a place that you shouldn't be there.
I can be there. That's a public building, sir.
They asked you to leave. You in there recording.
They didn't ask. First of all, they did not ask me to leave.
Keep your hands on that car.
They didn't ask me to leave, sir. I ain't breaking no law. You know, do you understand? I'm exercising rights, man.
Hey, listen. I don't know what drug you on.
I'm not on.
Your drug of choice,
bro.
You need to quit.
I'm exercising rights.
Listen to me. Whatever you're doing is wrong.
It's not. I'm exercising my constitutional right to record in public. I do, man. You can't say that on this camera, bro.
You don't have nothing.
Oh,
give me some ID. What's your name?
I don't listen.
What's your name?
I need your supervisor.
What's your name?
My name. Hey, give me something. I'm gonna write it out because I got people watching.
What's your name?
I want to keep my name private.
What's your name?
I'm gonna write it on something. Give it to me.
You can tell me your name.
I want to write.
You shouldn't be recording. You got.
I want to write my name on something. I'm gonna give it to you. I promise. I just want to write it on something because there's a lot of people watching.
Listen to me. I need your name.
I'm finna give it to you, sir.
I'm telling you.
Can I write it on something?
You are fixing to go.
Listen what I'm saying. I'm finna give you my name. I want to write it on something.
I'm not gonna ask you again.
There's a lot of people watching.
I'm not gonna ask you again.
I'm finna risk my.
You got to put yourself in the world of trouble.
I'm exercising rights.
Hey,
I can get my phone.
Let it alone.
You know you. Hey, it's a supervisor around. I need his supervisor real fast before y'all make a mistake. I really need a supervisor. I'm telling you. He's doing something wrong. You know I got the right to record in public. Everybody should know this. What's going on in Warren County? He done put his hands on me.
You finna go to jail.
He snatched my phone from me. He stopped me. This is, you know this against the law.
Man, you don't get somewhere.
I'm telling you what you did. I do. You'll get what you did. What you did.
Keep your hands on the car.
Say my damn name like that. I keep telling you, we on live. I'm trying to tell the man we on.
Smacking his camera and directly telling him that he had no rights. This is the kind of dictatorship cops like him salivate for and actively try to make happen.
1119 and what?
I'm telling you, we on live.
Stand up, get out that car, man.
You know I ain't doing no wrong. You know that.
You ain't got no business going up there recording.
Listen, I'm exercising our civil rights, man.
You don't know nothing about those civil rights.
You don't know nothing about it if you put your hands on me like that. You don't know nothing. For real. You wrong for that, bro. You wrong for that. You don't even know about our rights.
With the county as well, see you got it.
You know my right, y'all, our rights. I do, man. You sound real bad as an officer, bro. You sound bad saying that.
Stop saying, bro.
Bro,
you don't know nothing.
Bro, you can't stop me from saying, bro.
You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing about me. That's what I'm telling you, and I know your job better than you do. I can tell that, right? Get on away from me. You just violated my rights. Man, can I get your name, badge number?
No.
Now you won't identify? Can I get your name, badge number? Nope. Nobody identify. No, everybody. Everybody out here dumb as hell. It's crazy. Can I get your name, badge number? Can I get your name, badge number? Okay, let's get these cars. Car 2104. We got on public property. 1708. On public property. You crazy, man. Something wrong with you. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this dude, man. Look at this dude. Look at him. Y'all look at this car. Look at him. Look at this dude right here, bro. This man here crazy. I can't believe this. Y'all seen it? Look at this dude. Nobody identified themselves. Oh, Big Bird is out here.
Eventually, the cops left, meaning there was no point in detaining the victim, other than to just display their might over him. As of the date of this recording, there's been no word regarding any aftermath, which would mean the auditor never took any action against this. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter.